call him? I'm like, we're
I
going to
wanted to
talk
call
to
you
him.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
And she's like, no.
We're going to talk to you on Tuesday.
Sure. But if anything,
Thursday,
if you have any
but-
doubts about anything along this process, you're always welcome to call at any time.
Yeah.
And I'd be more than happy to kind of talk with you guys and explain things.
Hey, one more question.
Okay.
Well, maybe not one more, because I don't know whether or not one. The radiation part, we're not to that point yet then.
I don't believe so, no.
So, like my son did some research, internal and external radiation, what's that? Do you know?
I don't think internal radiation would be a...
Would that be the pinpoint the big mass, or no?
It generally is. So, again, it depends on what kind of radiation and, again, what type of organ you're trying to give radiation to. Sometimes they put little... they're like markers or tracers into your body. So then that way when they give radiation, it only goes to that location. And then externally they shoot a beam through parts of your body to give radiation that way as well. So
you wait till it shrinks a lot more, or what?
Generally you do. I don't know necessarily in your case if we would need any specific radiation. I think maybe chemo and surgery may be more of the way to go in this case.
Okay. Now the thing with what I found earlier, a long time ago, was 50% of pancreatic get the surgery, the Whipple.
Whipple, yep.
Okay, but they say it has to shrink enough so it's not around those bile ducts or the
bile ducts and then the arteries that are there.
From that report, does it say it has shrunk around those bile ducts or no?
It did not specifically comment on that, unfortunately.
But it wasn't a lot, anyways, though, was it? Or
not a lot. There was some encasement surrounding it when you initially had the scan. So that's why they didn't do the.
Isn't that where a lot of her symptoms came from? Was around those ducts or not?
It was, but it was also because your duodenum was like much smaller. So then they put in the stent to open that up.
Right,
so
but the ducts are right by the duodenum, though, right?
Correct.
So didn't the cancer come through the ducts or no? Is that possible even?
No, they said it wasn't in the ducts.
No, I don't think it was in the ducts. Because when you went to Spectrum, they did another special kind of scan. And it was mainly underneath the head of the pancreas. Right. Like where the body and then the head are, it was like right underneath here. Okay. So that's where it was. Sometimes imaging, different kinds of imaging, it'll look differently. So sometimes it might look like it's inside the ducts itself. But the imaging I think you ended up was more clear. We try to get the imaging with what we call pancreatic protocol.
Right.
Or sometimes things like an MRI. It can define the tissues better itself. So those are generally better scans rather than a normal CT scan.
Yeah, and I had both of those at Spectrum before.
Yeah.
And we actually had that scan here when they had it at Spectrum and then they brought it here.
Yeah.
Now that wasn't because they couldn't get it from there. It was just because you guys, that's normal protocol for you guys to do your own?
Yep.
Okay, and that's not just because they didn't know they had it over in Spectrum?
No.
Okay.
No, we just wanted a more, sometimes like when we're initially treating and stuff, we just want a little bit more closer CT scan as well. And because a lot of stuff happened while you were there, we wanted to make sure some of that cleared up first. And then we get a repeat scan and see.
So that's normal?
That's normal, correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And we also had the records from Spectrum as well at that time. So. Okay. Are you anything else? Otherwise?
No. I mean, looking right.
No.